All right, hello and welcome everybody to more TESPA Overwatch preseason action. This time we have Stevens Institute of Technology versus St. Clair College. My name is Dan Danner's Banner, and alongside me we have
I am Seymour. How's it going, guys?
your first time here for Overwatch specifically, but it sounds like you're pretty experienced around this game.
Oh yeah, I love Overwatch. Favorite game? Love watching it, love talking about it, love playing it.
Well, you're in the right place. Now, getting started here, game one on Oasis.
Looks like we got pretty meta comp right now.
Yeah, nothing too crazy really.
We got the
here.
Doomfist going in on St. Clair right away. Jub about to teleport up, but he gets caught out by the McCree of Legendary. Walla going in as the Doomfist. Falls back to his team. Stun both Doomfist down. McCree down and out. Both teams going in at even right now, I'm pretty sure. Walla takes out the other Doomfist, and we're going in. Both pull down by Orisa takes two Stevens Institute of Technology down. Orisa is very overpowered.
That's one way to put it, but back and forth. But granted, Stevens was able to get the first cap, but some of the kills are going in Saint's favor, and they're still skirmishing for this.
Oh yeah. Stevens Institute of Technology in right now, getting the ticks per second, but I think it's even right now. Bad player takes out the Moira, but Couch takes out Bad player. Jub takes out Legendary. Here comes the Reaper going up for the Lucio. Lucio contesting for a little bit.
There
it's
we go.
45-0 from at the first switch.
Yeah, so St. Clair finally able to flip that point over. Like you were saying, 45% on the board for Stevens. And now they're at least setting up that foothold around this choke
Here we
point.
go, Orisa coming in right now. Team fight in ignition. Walla going in for the stuns, but Legendary putting in shots on Walla. Moira pulls her ult. And here we go.
That's a dead eye from the side. Oh, man.
Yeah. And Stevens Institute wipes the floor with St. Clair College. And here we're going to have a switch real quick at 33%. No, 34%, 45.
All right, so just two ults between the Deadeye from the side from Legendary and then the Coalescence from Gold Bananas. Just able to get the first 3 kills to essentially swing that fight over.
Yeah.
And a very aggressive attempt at a hold.
Here we go,
here
Bad
for
player
Stevens.
entering the fight. Comes back though. Taken out by Jub in the early fight, but it's even right now because Rock pulls out Walla with his Rock.
And it's trading back and forth. Like 1 kill for 1 kill at this point.
Orisa's Halt pulls down 2 players into the well again.
That's good that we got the 1 kill too, so Saints could possibly get this flip.
Looks like Jub missed his teleport up top and went down low again. Flux pulls down Kingdom Heart and kills.
That's a Meteor Strike actually, right on top of the support line. Does take down Gold Bananas.
Walla going for the Sigma. Sigma stuns him with his Rock, and then here we go, another Flux for St. Clair this time. Sigma drops him down. That's 1 kill, 2 kills. And then Walla going for the Lucio. The McCree is down, and Lucio backs up. So that is St. Clair taking it back 61 to 75.
That was a 4-person gravitic flux there from Couch, and that just completely flipped that fight
huge.
on its head.
Yeah,
Nicely
that was
done.
huge.
Again, another relatively aggressive holding position here for St. Clair. Bringing this
Bad
pretty
player
close.
taken out by Walla right away. Doesn't even make it to the ground.
Yeah, just popped him really quickly. Now that
Jub
80 on the board.
farming ult. McCree knocked back. McCree knocked out too. Jussie with the pick.
This is actually really good right now in terms.
Watch
for
this.
St. Clair.
Jub's gonna hit the. But
Oh,
he's
instant
stunned
stunned.
right out of his Death Blossom.
Yeah,
There's
that
a
was-
ulting Jub in his spot. Moira pulls her ult. Lucio drops the beat. We got Deadeye pulled by Legendary. Gets nothing, but looks like Lucio's about to go down by Jester.
Did they hold this long enough?
They might have, and that is
Wow.
they do not make it to touch on point, and that's St. Clair taking map 1 in game 1.
That was actually clutch, considering they just lost, I think, at least 3 or 4 players as Stevens finally pushed in as the timer goes down for overtime. Very, very clutch play.
Anybody who's not familiar with this game mode, first person to win 2 maps in this best of 3 wins. First to hit 100% wins.
Yep.
And if they hit 99 and you're touching the point, it'll go into overtime until you step off the point and the meter runs out of time.
Yeah, as long as you have somebody touching it, you can keep resetting that that overtime bar. And unfortunately there for the side of Stevens, they were not able to poke it even though they had the kill advantage going into that fight.
Really unfortunate for Stevens Institute, but good game all in all.
Is what I like though. A nice close match unlike the grand finals that happened earlier today.
Here we go. We got a pharmacy in the air.
Yeah, tried and true combo.
Orisa with the halt, and the pharmacy on legendary is just picking away at just farming some ults, but he's got a McCree on him. I don't know why you're a Pharah when they have a McCree, but let's see what he can bring. Getting some good damage out though.
Kind of forced to pick it blind like early into this, and there we go.
Rock taking out Walla. That's first pick in Steven's favor. That's 2 picks in Steven's favor. But Jussie takes out the Doomfist, and that is actually, I'd say, an even fight right now.
Oh, that was a good ult actually from their reset, and that's going to be so much splash
Mercy's
damage.
Down, and I think that is it. They're just going to pick away at the ults, and that should be the fight right there. Stevens Institute with the Pharah taking full advantage of the sky.
Yeah, they completely cleaned up that fight there, and a nice shot there actually from Juster taking down Kingdom Heart. But one thing that Stevens does have to worry about St. Clair is Jussie is a DPS in disguise. He may be on support right now, but let's be honest here. He wants to get some frags in there as well.
Yep, holding that right click anytime he can.
We have 2 ultimates, borderline 4, but actually hang on, Jub with the snipe, taking down bad player.
Pharah coming in from behind, about to drop ult, and then he's taken out before he can't get anything. Couch with the clutch play. Here we go. Battle Moira doing the DPS, holding right click as long as he can to stall out. But I think St. Clair is about to take it back.
There's one more person on point. It appears that the Doomfist is being a bit of a nuisance. 48%, so that thing's going to flip, and oh my god, that player just got set flying.
He went for a ride.
We have 2 ults on the side of St. Clair ready to go. Probably one more as this percent starts to finally tick down.
It's about to be 4 ults to 4 ults unless St. Clair can pick up the ult on Moira, and they will real quick. But that's Walla being taken out early by bad player. And he's about to drop right down onto the McCree, but the McCree with the stun. And he doesn't get it. Doomfist is a little overpowered, so he's going to live through that. And the res on Couch is going to give some free ult charge back to Stevens Institute. A little bit of a miscommunication. Maybe they wanted to reset there instead.
So Stevens going to clean that one up. Just a matter of dealing with one more.
Stevens Institute is going to flip it with about even percentage either way.
Now, you had made the comment that Doomfist is broken, but it's just when of course, when he's using his abilities, he gains so much shield, right? If he makes contact, so he just makes him so stupidly tanky.
It's like you said, there's a DPS in disguise when you're playing Moira. There is a tank in disguise when you're playing Doomfist.
Fair enough. But one thing that Doomfist is not good at is just getting picked off when he hasn't gotten the chance to go in. And Jub was able to get that kill.
Here we go. We got a Doomfist pulling his ult, and it looks like he's going to drop on that Sigma. Drops on the Sigma, but doesn't kill it right away. That's a Deadeye on the Mercy, so Mercy's out of play. Sigma is gone and out. Going for the Orisa. And there we go. Pharah's down. Orisa's down. Meteor Strike on Moira takes out the Moira on St. Clair, but I think it's going to get rezzed right away. And last person up is the Moira on Stevens Institute, and it's going to be flipped over with 94% on to 47%.
Now, this is one of the most scary spots I always think of if you're trying to defend the control point. When they're at 90 and you know that one more flip is essentially the game, you have to play pretty well perfectly here.
Legendary coming over,
trying to be cheeky.
But the McCree spots him out, so looks like McCree's just going to keep peppering away at his health. Here we go. We got a Gravetic Flux pulling up 2 players. The Orisa takes out Walla, though. Walla getting rezzed by Kingdom Heart. That's Mercy out for Stevens. And Doomfist takes out the Sigma on St. Clair. Doomfist takes out the Doomfist. And Pharah pulls our ult with nobody in sight. Almost gets the McCree. Coming down on the McCree. McCree is going to stay alive for a second. Goes for the goes for the stun, but misses, and Stevens Institute is about to retake point.
Oh, we're at like 93% at this point, though. I hear the Deadeye coming out. Can St. Clair contest this, though?
St. Clair's going to have to step back and contest this as much as they can. Jub going for the stun on the Doomfist, but missing all the shots. Doomfist and McCree versus one Doomfist. And how long will this Doomfist stay alive? And there's the Gravatic Flux to pull St. Clair up in the air and takes out the McCree. And
this is actually so scary, though. It's winnable for either side.
Yeah, Doomfist is down. Here we go. We got Ball and Orisa and Moira. Ball takes out Tracer, and Orisa takes out Orisa.
Oh, the cap did end up coming out, though. Did Hammond touch?
It looks like nobody's going to touch in time.
Oh, Jub did make the switch over to Tracer, but it was just a moment too late. Couch had next to no HP, though, so had he tried to dive in, he would have just gotten popped instantly. Maybe not have even gotten the chance to touch.
So here we go into our final map of the game, or final like mini map in this map. And it's tied 1-1, game point. First team to 100% wins this game 1.
Now, if I do recall from the game yesterday, this is the part of Oasis that the Saints did pull through pretty well, but this is a different team, so we got to see what happens with Stevens, and it doesn't look like we're going to see Legendary's Pharah on this one.
But we have Jub out as Pharah, so we're going to have a Pharmacy on St. Clair this time. A little bit of a switch on either team. Let's see who is the better Pharmacy, or who's the better McCree. And there we go, McCree taking out Walla right away.
Holy smokes.
Let's see if the Pharah can pepper away for her all charge. We got the Pharah taking out the Doomfist from the team. And Doomfist is just putting in so much damage on St. Clair, they can't even go towards the point.
Yeah, this thing's... Okay, they're going to finally... Well,
Doomfist takes out Walla again. That's Walla getting picked early twice in a row in these game fights. And that's Mercy down, Orisa down. It's just St. Clair might as well just reset.
Yep, that one, they're going to retreat, but of course Stevens are not going to let them retreat easily. Try and get as much stagger as possible.
Going into the next fight, Stevens Institute will most likely have their Deadeye, their Moira ult, and their Doomfist ult. And next to St. Clair having almost nothing. So that's a big advantage to Stevens for the next fight.
No, I like what Stevens have done here, setting up on that high ground with the possibility of the flank with Bad Player up in that little tower area. And we go Legendary Deadeye.
Going for the cheeky little rotate on the Pharah. And then there we go, Deadeye taking out Walla. Walla picked again right away.
Yeah, of course.
Orisa going to get taken away by Legendary. Legendary going for the Mercy, but doesn't get it. Walla takes out Orisa, but Legendary with some nutty shots on the Pharah. And that's going to be another reset by St. Clair. Just Legendary with those shots on... That shot on Fair was insane. I'm going to say...
That was a sick headshot, yeah.
Yeah.
And then... One thing I did like, Legendary popping off the Deadeye as Doomfist was diving in. He's not going to be behind a shield when he's jumping into the middle of your team.
No,
so
not at all.
It leaves you pretty exposed to the Deadeye one-shot.
Farah taking the Sigma off the high ground and
oh, there we go.
Jub taking out Lucio, and that's more Mercy down right away. Bad Player. Doomfist with that when he charges his fist, he can take out those squishy players like Mercy in one shot when he hits the wall.
Oh, Jub tries for it, but not quite.
Legendary proving once again that Pharah is not as superior as a McCree when it comes to having a McCree against a Pharah.
It's probably what you would call a hard counter in a sense, right?
Oh yeah. Dimaj taking out Jester, Bad Player taking out Walla, and Orisa, Dimaj taking out Bad Player. Once again, there's the res on Walla, so we're going to have full strength for St. Clair, and St. Clair is just flipping the point 99-0, so we're going to have to see a perfect hold by St. Clair if they want to win this map.
Yeah, no more team fights can go down. Luckily for the side of St. Clair, there are ultimates available. We're going to have almost 5 ready. Just a matter of who gets picked off first. Been a little bit rough so far for St. Clair, where before the fight even begins, one person seems to have gone down, whether it was by a good headshot from Legendary or Deadeye or whatever.
Jub shouldering the corner. It looks like he's about to flank Stevens Institute. And there's Couch taking out Rock right away and Legendary. So that's Two good early picks by St. Clair College. Lucio looking to be a little bit of a bug in the back, but Wall is going to take him out. And there we go. Everybody's going to dive right down onto the Doomfist. Bad player taken out by Jub Jub. Jub Jub's going to be healed to perfect health. And we have Deadeye for Walla going into the next fight. Up against Arissa's ults, Moira's ults. And they're going to have the Meteor Strike for Doomfist right away too.
That was actually really rough with Jub Jub going down. Kingdom Heart going to be forced to revive him, and here they come.
Arissa's going to, Moira's going to pull her out, sorry. And that's going to be a ton of damage going in. And missing the Deadeye on like full charge on the Doomfist, but they end up taking him in the long run. Arissa's about to go down by Walla. Walla with excellent shots onto that Orisa. And looks like it's going to be about even on both sides.
This is close.
McCree getting powered up by the Mercy. Healed.
No, did everybody drop off here? Where did he go? Walla it felt like he was just alone.
Yeah, I don't know where his team was. I couldn't see at all. Like. Or anybody. And there we go. Doomfist is taken out, and it looks like Stevens is flipping it with 99%. It's going into overtime, so all Stevens Institute has to do is take out the enemy team to cap and win.
Yeah, they're diving in, but none of them have any way to deal with this essentially 1v6.
Go for the res, but it's taken out, and Walla's left on his own. He's not going to be able to touch. Jub Jub going for the touch, but it's not going to be able to. And there's Stevens Institute of Technology taking game 1 of this match, 2-1.
Yeah, very close, well fought from both sides, but very nice there for Stevens. And Golden Banana is actually going to get the play of the game.
Here we
Probably
go.
the Coalescence.
Yeah, Moira taking the play of the game. It's pretty typical to see. But let's see what this Moira can do with her beam.
Oh, alongside Legendary's combo. Yeah, we kind of saw that there during the very first round. It
Golden
definitely
Banana
flipped
with
it.
51 defensive assists. And there we go, Jussie. 20,000 healing
That's
done.
a lot of healing.
He was really holding his team in that game with the healing.
Now we are just going to be one moment as we wait for game number 2. We will see you very shortly.